Hey, it's Mark Wahlberg. Welcome to Click TV.
Welcome to Click TV.
Where did these characters come from? They're weird.
They're weird.
We're gonna go with that.
That's they're us,
Okay.
basically. So yeah,
Sorry
you're
about
essentially
that.
calling
It's
us
an
weird.
insult.
Offended us
I started
deeply.
really badly.
We started chatting about the fact we were both from the Midlands, and that we'd both been on camping holidays when we were kids, and we sort of started improvising this couple. It just came out of us quite spontaneously. This sort of
They're like
little banter
these characters
between
are
these.
like us if we turned out slightly differently. If life had gone a slightly different path.
And the murdering was always a part of those characters.
Yeah.
That just came out, sort of, you know.
So then when you were told that you had to do, or what you decided you had to do a story about it, did that come fairly naturally then?
Well, we did it as actually live, a live sort of double act really,
Okay.
but in character, and then a couple of TV producers approached us and said you should turn that into something, and so we did a little short film taster thing, and then a lot of TV channels rejected it as being something that would never make it to TV because it was so dark.
Sure.
And but we sort of thought that there was something in it, and so we just put it on the internet and sent it to a couple of people, and Edgar Wright said, I think you should make this into a movie, and we went, oh yeah, right,
Okay.
that would be really nice. And
7 years later, we did.
that would be really nice, thank you. That would be really nice, please, thank you.
And was that the point where you came in then, Ben? Or was it earlier?
Oh no. I mean, about 15, 20 years had passed between that happening and
We were a
when I
lot
got
older.
We were preserved in ice in the tundra.
They were about
and
16 when they started the process.
Yeah.
No, I came on a lot later on.
Okay.
So I got kind of called in to Big Tour, which is Edgar's production company with Naira Park, and they went, "Do you want to do this?" I went, "Yeah." That was the story of that.
But you guys have all worked together previously,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
was
yeah.
it something that you guys were talking about back
No,
then?
they kept that secret. Though I had seen it. I'd seen the short film at a comedy night,
Okay.
so I knew of it.
So that TV pilot.
Yeah, well, it was more like 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a taster really for TV, which we were sending around to the TV companies and seeing what happened.
We'd made a short film by mistake in a way, because they sort of wanted to do a taster, which is like a weird bad trailer for a series.
Is this roof coming up?
Wow.
We're in a horror film.
We are in a hurricane.
It was being attacked by Mothra.
Mothra. Yeah.
They wanted to do a sort of thing that was like a taster for a TV show that doesn't exist,
Yeah.
and we sort of went, oh no, we want it to have a story and we want it to be able to stand alone, which is quite lucky really. So I think that was what got us.
I don't even know what a
the
taste
commission.
would be though. What would it? It would just be people
talking.
saying random things and
And
then
then-
going,
And going,
Killing.
"Oh."
and then just stopping it. It's
For
strange.
more,
be
please
continued.
fund-
yeah, please fund this.
If
We ran out of
we'd
money.
carry on murdering if only we had a budget of a half-hour TV show.
Please help.
Does that
us
still
to
exist
murder
then?
something.
That video?
It
that
does,
short?
it does, but it's not online anymore. No,
So
it's,
would it be on the DVD maybe? Is that it?
don't think so. No.
Well, it was missing with slap bass, like in Friends. You'd have got a commission if you'd have done that. It's TV 101. Though.
Yeah.
So because you came from it was a stand-up routine originally, was the plot quite freeform, or was it very very nailed down when you finally got to shooting?
It was very well structured, and we'd spent a lot of years writing the script and honing it and trying out loads of different things, and within the different parts of the script we'd be improvising different scenes, and when we got to filming it, it was Ben and Amy did a pass on the script just before filming and sort of focused a few pieces of it, and it kind of. But once we actually filmed it, it was really on script, and then we kind of threw that away at times, didn't we, and messed around.
Well, it was kind of that thing. We do things like the house at the beginning. There was a certain amount of rooms that we needed that were scripted, but then we got the art department to dress other rooms as well, which is a really really nice thing to have happened. And so we'd kind of go, oh, we've done our scenes for the day. We'd shoot quite quick, and we go, well, let's have a look in these rooms and see what will happen.
Wander off.
Yeah, and then we did scenes in them, and actually those scenes were the scenes that ended up in the film.
Like when she goes into Mum's room, is that?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
hair
The little
combing
art
thing was
room.
just a little note I'd written in the morning going, Mum combs her hair, and that was it. And then we
Okay.
did that, and then the art room thing again was just made up. It was from one line, which was like, oh, she traces drawings rather than draws them. And that was it. So the art department went off
Rendered
and
this incredible
Yeah,
room
yeah.
of like weird
stuff,
tracing.
crazy stuff.
Overboard.
So, but also the bedroom, like Tina's bedroom, there was no scenes in that in the film, in the script,
Yeah.
and it was a note that was written, which was Chris kisses Tina in her bedroom,
That's it.
and but that whole
Yeah.
scene came out of that, you know.
Okay.
But they did such a brilliant job dressing that room. It's like you just go in
It's
there.
too
And
tempting.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
got to use this stuff because it
that
looks
happened
amazing.
a lot in the film, like all stuff like we'd see interesting things and we'd kind of go, oh, if we could just go over and see what they would do around the, you know, so like the climbing frame when they were in
Yeah.
the campsite, and the bin that was a bear with his mouth open and stuff.
Is that the same then for choosing the places where you went?
No,
went
that was
outdoors, or they were-
that was structured
Okay.
very specifically, because you can't just make that stuff up.
No.
Otherwise, you'd be filming for 9 months, driving around, going, "Oh, what's that down there? That's
then-
interesting."
And
can't just
persuading them
rock
to
up
let you
as
use
well.
it, which takes all.
yes.
Can we
There's
murder
so-
someone
Yeah,
here?
that's
yeah,
right.
that would
Yeah.
be very.
We're going to
complicated.
drag a severed head through your
Is that
through
okay?
your gift shop.
Yeah, you have to tell them about stuff like that.
You
Get
do,
pumped
really.
up.
But just in terms of the characters, I mean, do you think, is this what Chris intended? Did he intend to go on this holiday and sort of murder some people and see how she was with it?
Yeah, I think
Was
so.
it-
I mean, I think he kind of he found this his new girlfriend. He wanted to train her up and then go take his interesting hobby to a new level,
Okay.
and you know, reach this sort of creative psychopathic nirvana.
But I mean, how much does he think ahead? I'm
Uh,
not so sure.
You
You
didn't
know.
predict Tina.
No, I mean,
No.
You didn't know what she was going to be like.
It
but
was a holiday. Yeah, it's like a
he's a pragmatic beast, isn't he? He
Yeah.
might have murdered her in the end, maybe. You
Yeah.
never know, do
well,
you?
I think that was one of the versions. of
Yes,
the
it was. Yeah.
The ending is, I really couldn't guess what the ending was going to be, because it just seemed too demented at that point to actually end well for anybody. So was
Weak
that the ending
tragedy.
you
I'll
take that as a
were always going to
compliment.
have? Yes, absolutely. But was that the ending you always wanted to have, or
I
there were
think,
differences?
I mean, we had lots of permutations, but I think it was
It's the only one we shot,
that
wasn't
we
it?
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the right one as well, because it made, firstly it made us really laugh when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
But also it's like it just fitted with the trajectory of where the
Yeah.
characters were going. Like they're kind of on a little graph, and you're plotting who's winning, the little power struggle between them, and what is going to happen. It just made sense, and I think if Chris had killed Tina, I think that
That
might
would have
have
been sour, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I think you've seen it before, you know,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a funny sort of thing. It's like that would make it
Because
really.
in the original cut, like in the some of the work edits we did, which actually we assembled while we were shooting, there was, I can't remember if you remember it, but there was a cut where they kind of run away to the thing, and then they come smashing down after a hard cut. And that, yeah, we just, God, that made us laugh so much.
Yeah.
I was almost like having,
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was having breathing trouble laughing, and we knew there was something in that, definitely, that it was once we'd seen that it was going to work.
But is it the same as audiences then? I mean, do people always laugh? Do you ever get that horrible bit where people
Is
aren't laughing and they're horrified?
There's a bit of a gasp and
gasp
just
sometimes,
giggles.
don't they?
Yeah, that's generally the reaction.
Yeah.
But you're trying to take them from a gasp to a laugh, really, most of the
I
time.
think you
Surprise,
think
I
it's
think it's
funny,
surprise. Yeah, it's like a bit of shock, isn't it?
There's not, but the way it's designed, it's not a traditional space for the laugh, you know, because the music kicks in and it's over and it goes quiet. You know, it's usually a laugh there'd be another line and it would be going on and you'd laugh along. So, but I think people, it's more the shock of it. But it's good to get. I mean, how do you get out of a comedy? You know, how do you end a comedy? You've got to end. You know, you've got to end, otherwise it's like if you I don't know, a wide shot of everyone hugging each other. That's
Yeah, we
well, that
we
was
could
the
have
thing.
done
We
that.
knew we wanted
Yeah.
a tragic ending as
Yeah.
well, because we kind of thought that's what's gonna
the man crying.
elevate it a little bit and,
Sure.
and make it more than just a comedy. We kind of went. We can't go out with a whimper. We've got to go out with a bang. So like our
Yeah.
ending was our kind of big thing that we really thought this is what's going to ramp it up a bit. And you know, it's a tragic ending actually,
Yeah.
more like classical tragedy in a way. Like
Well, I mean, I don't know. You've seen the movie with audiences by now. The biggest laugh we
Yeah.
got was when we got the flashback to how the dog was killed.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know,
yeah.
is that something you've
Yeah.
noticed as well, or is it
my
just
mum and
changed?
dad, they came out the film seeing it for the first time and they went, the poor dog. And I was like, what about all the humans? And they were like, no, but the dog. And I was like, oh my god. And I think that is a lot of people's reactions. They just, you know, get really
worried about the dog.
Yeah.
The
That's
dog
why-
is the most sympathetic
Oh,
character
yeah.
and the best actor.
That's
Yeah.
why the version called Dog Killer is not.
Yeah, that's it.
Just goes around murdering puppies, stamping on them with a boot with spikes on
Nobody
it.
wants that.
Tough pitch.
Yeah, that was rejected by
Yeah,
TV as
that's
well.
right. Not dark enough.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, I read that you took the script and then you amped up the violence quite a bit. Is that true?
No,
No?
I mean the violence was already in it, but
Okay.
it was a bit more. It was.
It's a
it
bit
was-
more hinted.
Yeah, it was more like it happened and then it moved on. It was more real. There was a realism to it, I think. But then, and when I read it, I kind of what I wanted it to feel like is that you were, as much as when you use like handheld camera stuff and you use that realism thing, it makes you feel like you're in the room with the people. But with violence, you want to, I wanted you to be inside their heads and to feel the fucking glorious madness of it.
Okay.
And that was kind of why it was a bit more.
But I suppose you have a danger of it being kind of either very shocking or very cartoonish. Do you have to play with that?
Yeah,
a
well, I
bit?
didn't want it to be too silly, and I didn't want it to be like. It's not like the Pink Panther. It's not that the people don't matter.
Mm.
It's like they matter. These people are humans. They get killed. We want to feel bad about it.
Well, that's what you said as well. Like, if you don't see it, it's cartoonish. It is
Yeah.
kind of like Roadrunner and who is it that chases Roadrunner?
Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote just falling off the cliff, and you going ha ha ha,
Yeah.
because you don't see all the blood and the guts. You just sort of see him fall. But like, so Ben sort of. I think we were sort of suffering as well from kind of having written for TV where you really can't show that stuff. So we'd sort of done
Lots
stuff
of
where it kind of
cutaways.
went, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It cuts at the point before you see it, and Ben sort of convinced us like, you should see it. And also
Show
it's
it all.
called Sightseers, so I think it would have been copping out if you don't see the sights that
Sight
they
avoiders.
see. Sight deliberately look away. Yes.
And were you guys shocked at all then at the level that violence was taken to, or were you expecting it?
Well, I think every human being would be.
Should be.
I mean, it's like when you see like the
Well,
squished
we'd-
head, we were like,
we'd seen
oh
Kill
my
List.
god.
Yes, exactly.
We've seen Kill List. I think
Yeah.
it's
That's kind of
nothing
the
compared.
point.
Daytime
Really.
TV.
It is.
In
It's
comparison
Philip
to-
Schofield's
Yeah.
List.
on a day trip. Philip Schofield's list. There's a film.
Well, you did it the other day, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Schofield,
Schofield's
Sorry.
list.
naughty.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, you've done this drama and horror kind of more specifically before. This is more of a comedy. Are you drawn to genres or scripts or
I
actors?
just like
or-
working from ways, and then like you don't have to do the same thing twice. As much as you can. This cinema's a big old broad church, and there's different little corners of it to have a look at, and and I've been lucky enough to be able to do different things each time. You'll hopefully see all sorts from me in the next few years, but not musicals.
You don't want to do musical?
No, I hate
Never.
musicals. I hate them.
Have you seen Happiness to the Cat Curries?
That doesn't really. I don't know if that
That's a
counts as a
musical.
musical.
I don't know.
I don't mind that. Japanese singing, all right.
Yeah.
That'll be the one I don't mind.
You're going to do that next.
Yeah, you
musical.
should just to
Exclusive.
do
Only
it.
Just
you
to
know.
Japanese.
torture myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys gotten fed up of being asked questions about murdering and serial killers? Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I feel.
What
I
do you
feel
like?
I just like it.
Murdering.
That's the reason you made this film. So people
Well, it
ask
is
these
really,
questions.
become something of an expert on the in the area.
Yeah.
Well, just quickly, I have to finish. What are your favourite kills and what were your favourite tourist spots from your journey around?
Oh, it's so hard to
Oh.
choose because we loved all of them.
What kills?
I like the death of Ian when he gets hit with a
Yeah.
rock because it was such a beautiful morning,
Mm.
and working with Johnny Harris was fantastic, and we had a special rubber rock that squirts
Yeah.
blood out, and that was
It
particularly
worked well,
pleasing.
didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That should be available for a
Did you keep-
stocking
yeah.
filler,
Yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
it?
Oh, we Drambuie in it.
Ketchup.
Just put it on the
Yeah,
table.
put it on the turkey and kill
Yeah.
the turkey with it and ketchup come out of it.
Yeah.
And you guys, any
Cranberry
kills?
sauce.
So finally, Ben, you're working on 2 films at the moment. While you're working on
Yeah.
Little England at the moment, are you talking about either of them?
I
me
can,
anything?
I can do.
Sure.
If
Well,
asked.
I mean, you're filming Field England at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's shot,
Okay.
and we're editing that at the moment. So yeah, that's a kind of about as far as you can get from Sightseers as possible. It's a black and white art film about the English Civil War,
Okay.
where people, it's quite a lot of penises in it, but there's also quite a lot of muskets,
Okay.
similar
A penis in
things,
England.
and
Phallic imagery everywhere.
quite a lot of mushroom taking and hallucinogenic kind of shenanigans with Michael Smiley and Reece Shearsmith.
And then Freak Shift is
Freak Shift.
different again.
Yeah, that's like a Freak Shift is a big sci-fi, American sci-fi thing. But that's kind of next year at some point. But we're just putting that together at the moment. So.
Right, thanks very much, guys. It's
Pleasure.
good to talk to you.